Support is now pouring in for young Maddie Walters. She's the only member of her family to survive last weekend's tornado.
Yeah, her mother, brother, and father were all killed in that storm that passed over their Millbury home. She was released from the hospital yesterday. Michelle Zepeda is live with a story of hope for little Maddie. Michelle?
Well, I spoke with Maddie's aunt this morning. She's now taken the second grader in. Maddie's aunt thanks the community for all of its support and prayers, and today another show of that support. Misty Costanzo was Maddie Walters' kindergarten teacher and lives within sight of Maddie's home. After the storm blew over her house, Misty immediately thought of the Walters family.
I was absolutely devastated for Maddie, devastated for the whole family, and just kept praying and praying and praying for them.
Maddie was a special student of Mrs. Costanzo, often dropping off notes like this one, even after leaving kindergarten. Now Misty is giving back to Maddie, a little girl who loves to read and write.
I thought about Maddie. She'd been on my mind, and I thought she has no books anymore, and wouldn't it be great if I could start a new book collection for her?
Already the drive is off to a great start. Gifts of books, art supplies, and writing supplies all being donated to this little girl who lost everything.
Even if it could just give her a moment of happiness, bringing that to her and seeing her new books and all of her new, creative writing things, that's just what I'm hoping for, is just a little happiness for her right now.
Now you can drop any donated books or writing supplies off at Walbridge Elementary for Maddie Walters. Also, the family has set up a scholarship fund for Maddie. Monetary donations can be taken to any Fifth Third Bank location. Reporting live, Michelle Zepeda, Fox Toledo News.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Worry, fear, and anxiety, they're just some of the feelings that people are dealing with after this Twister tragedy, especially kids. Here's Allison Brown with why doctors say youngsters are going to have a hard time dealing, possibly for months to come.
First of all, the Twister tragedy was a traumatic event for a lot of people. And because schools were involved in the destruction, youngsters might have anxiety reliving this event come fall. Meanwhile, for the next coming weeks, Dr. Michael Skaramic at Mercy St. V's says some parents will notice their children going through these symptoms.
Some of the things that you do see with kids is the fear, anxiety about the weather, lots of questions sometimes. It may be bedwetting, it may be nightmares that they may have.
To help them cope, the doctor says communication is key.
Very important to keep the dialogue open with children, to try to hear what they have on their minds.
But if they are too young to verbalize exactly what's bugging them, Dr. Skaramic says things like drawing or playing with dolls can allow them to release their feelings. A positive thing for many youngsters who are just trying to soak in everything that has happened so quickly. Allison Brown, Fox Toledo News.
So did that story hit home for you? Are your kids having a tough time coping with the Twister tragedy? That is our feedback question for this evening. Go to Twitter, Facebook, or send Fox Toledo an email with your comments.
Volunteers continue to help with the cleanup from tornado damage, and the Wood County Health Department says it's important to stay safe while you're dealing with things like broken glass, metal, and lots of other debris that's out there. Volunteers can get free tetanus shots tomorrow or Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's at the Millbury Fire Hall on Oak Street.
Relief efforts continue in Fulton County to clean up debris from the tornado there. Volunteers interested in helping are asked to call 211 and then check the current need for volunteers. If needed, Fulton County volunteers are asked to check in at the Swan Creek Township Hall. That's on County Road D in Delta.
Tomorrow is the last day for pickup of storm debris in Ottawa County. The Ottawa County EMA says all debris must be curbside by 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's also the last day of the operations at the Volunteer Reception Center. Residents who need assistance should call the United Way. Again, 211.
Our coverage of the Twister tragedy doesn't stop here. We have pictures, stories, and information on how you can help victims of the tornadoes on our website, foxtoledo.com. You can also check out our Facebook or Twitter page.